To work with presentations, I want to make sure you know how to start right from the beginning. That is, creating a blank presentation, adding stuff to it, and saving it so you can work on it later. So we're going to start from that point, right at the beginning. On your desktop, let's double-click PowerPoint to open it up. And here's what you see when you don't currently have a presentation open. Now, we can either select a new blank presentation or from any of these pre-built themes. We are going to talk about themes later, so for now, I just want to start with a blank presentation. So I'm going to select blank presentation, and this is what you get when you start from the absolute beginning. One slide with one placeholder in it. So on our left, we can see our slide 1 of 1, and here's our content placeholders. Now, this dotted border is called a content placeholder. That means you're not going to see it in your final presentation. And you won't see this text either. These are just for your reference to know where to start putting in your own text. I'm going to click my mouse where it says click to add title. Now that text instantly goes away and I'm left with a blinking cursor. So I can start typing. When you're done typing, don't hit enter. For example, if I hit enter right now, I'm going to be put on a new line, and that's not what I want. I want to go to the next placeholder. So I simply stop typing and click my mouse right into that next placeholder. Now I can add a subtitle for my presentation. If I click my mouse anywhere in this white space, the placeholders are going to disappear and I can see what my presentation looks like. It's important to note that if I had decided at any time not to use any of that text, for example, if I had a title but no subheading, that placeholder text would disappear. It would not show up in my final presentation. So I think we're ready to add a new slide. I'm going to come up here to the Home ribbon tab and select New Slide. Here's all the possible content placeholders I can choose from. These are called layouts. We'll be talking a lot more about these in detail. So for now, let's just pick one that we want. For example, I can pick a title and content, or a to content slide, or even a title-only slide. Right now, though, I'm going to choose a title and content. So as you can see, just as promised, it gives me a title placeholder and another placeholder where I can actually start adding some bullet points for my presentation. I'm going to click and start typing. Now I can come down here and start adding bullet points. Now, because I'm also going to be talking in my presentation, it's important that I keep these short and sweet. Okay, I've added a few bullet points. At the end of every one, I've hit the Enter key to get a new bullet point. So now I've got 2 slides in my presentation. I can go back and forth between those slides by simply clicking on it in the slide navigator and coming back here with my mouse and clicking. For example, I can put my cursor at the end and hit Enter and keep typing, or I can move on. So right now it looks like a really plain, boring presentation. Don't worry about looks for now. This is just the basics. By the end of the course, I'll show you how to create incredibly jazzed up slides with pictures, backgrounds, and fancy text. So now that we actually have some slides and text, let's save our presentation so that we can work on it later. Let's go over to the File ribbon tab and choose Save As. I can save it to my SkyDrive or my computer. I click Computer, and here I've got some recent folders that I saved files, or I can click Browse to save it somewhere new. In the Save As dialog, I can put it somewhere such as the desktop. I can give it a file name and hit Save. When I'm all done, I can simply close out of PowerPoint by clicking the X in the top right-hand corner, and I'm done. To get back into my presentation, I'm going to pretend it's not on the desktop and double-click PowerPoint to open it up. If I've been working on it really recently, it's going to show up on the left-hand side in this Recent view. However, if I've been working on a lot more presentations and it's gotten pushed off this view, I can simply come down here to Open Other Presentations, browse to my computer, click Browse again, and choose the place where I know I've saved it. I can select the file, choose Open, and now I'm ready to begin working on it. PowerPoint 2013 is even smart enough to know where I left off, so I can click right on that last slide and it'll take me right where I was so I can continue working. So now that we've got our presentation, let's start adding more to it.